everyone, this is Dr. Liv with New Insight, and thank you for joining me in another video. In today's video, I will be discussing 6 grounding techniques. Grounding techniques are very helpful for calming the mind and body. For example, relieving anxiety and stress, relieving tension, suspending anxious thoughts, and improving mental clarity and focus. Grounding techniques activate the release of neurotransmitters. These neurotransmitters help us to achieve happiness, contentment, calmness, relaxation, tension, and pain reduction. There are 6 types of grounding techniques that I will discuss in today's video. They are: number 1, box or diaphragmatic breathing. Number 2, the 5-4-3-2-1 grounding technique. Number 3, the 3-3-3 grounding technique. Number 4, self-soothing. Number 5, observing. And number 6, distracting. Number 1, box breathing. For box breathing, you can choose to keep your eyes either open or closed. The process of box breathing involves breathing in slowly through your nose, feeling your chest rise, holding the breath for 4 seconds, then breathing out slowly through your mouth for 4 seconds, feeling your chest fall. You may choose to breathe in for 4 seconds, or breathe in and hold for 3 seconds or 5 seconds, whatever feels most comfortable for you. However, keep the breath slow and repeat as many times as you need to until you feel calm or less tense. Number 2, the 5-4-3-2-1 grounding technique. This is a mindfulness exercise which involves tapping into the 5 senses. To achieve this grounding technique, you will name 5 things you see, 4 things you can touch or feel, 3 things you can hear even if the sound is low or faint, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing you can taste. Now, you don't have to actually taste something, although this would be ideal. You can imagine the taste of something, such as candy, gum, fruit, coffee, ice cream, or something you find flavorful or delicious. Also, it's important to note that you can also tap into the 5 senses in any order you choose. For example, you can start with hearing or smell first instead of sight. And instead of focusing on the number of items for each of the 5 senses, you can choose to just name the items. For example, instead of identifying 3 things you can hear, just focus on naming something you can hear. However, be sure to cover all 5 senses if you're using this 5-4-3-2-1 grounding technique. Number 3, the 3-3-3 grounding technique involves identifying 3 things you see, identifying 3 things you hear, and moving 3 body parts. This technique also helps alleviate or reduce anxiety and can also help with dissociation to keep you in the present, feeling safe and grounded. Number 4, self-soothing. This technique involves participating in activities that appeal to the senses of sight, hearing, smell, taste, and touch, similar to the 5-4-3-2-1 grounding technique. Therefore, this could include listening to music or ASMR, lighting candles or incense, taking a relaxing bath, eating a delicious meal, watching a TV show or movie, being snuggled in a blanket, drawing, painting, coloring, cooking, baking, making music, writing, adjusting the temperature, for example, to feel warmer or cooler, splashing cold water on the face, getting a massage, and being hugged or held. Number 5, observing. With this technique, you can choose activities such as sitting outside to observe nature, even listening to the sounds, observing pictures of artwork, people, animals, flowers in nature. And this is also a mindfulness exercise. The point is to just be present, calm, relaxed, and focused on your breathing, keeping your attention and thoughts on the present moment. And number 6, distracting or distractions. With this particular exercise, you want to focus on the DOC acronym, which is doing things that are different, opposite, and challenging from your usual behaviors. And this will allow you to take your mind off of your stressors. The goal is to choose healthy activities, such as spending time with others, talking, laughing, engaging in a hobby, project, helping someone, participating in a social event. And it is also important to note that many of these grounding techniques may overlap. For example, something can be both self-soothing and a distraction. You can use observing, and this can also be self-soothing and grounding. For example, exercising, walking, hiking, or dancing. So be sure to practice these relaxation skills, and not just when you feel agitated or stressed, but before these emotions are even triggered. It's important to do what is known as cope ahead, so that you're proactive and not reactive. You're solution focused and not problem focused. And you do what you can to develop the right coping skills and new habits so that you can keep your coping skills toolbox well equipped, as well as have the psychological flexibility needed to manage the obstacles and stressors that come your way. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in another video.